Hello, Dense MC here with another Charlie's Angels summary and review. Broadcast on March 9th, 1977, I Will Be Remembered is the 20th episode. ABC skipped a regular TV program broadcast week by airing a 3-hour special featuring Dorothy Hamill, John Denver, and Barry Manilow on March 2nd. The Angels are tasked with helping a Golden Age film star and friend to Charlie when she has frightening visions in her mansion. Is she going mad, or is she the victim of a sinister plot? Sabrina sticks close to her as a secretary, Kelly gets a union card, getting a role on the set of her film, and Jill poses as a movie journalist snooping around the same set. This episode features Ida Lupino as the former film star and client Gloria Gibson, Peter McLean as Gloria's agent Frank Ross, and Jan Peters as prop master Galbraith. Also featured in the episode is Alfred Ryder as art director Barkley, and Louis Gus as old-time food caterer Lunchy. This is the 4th time the Angels are hired by a funny old lady. An odd statistic to keep track of, I know. Interesting scene of the episode is when Gloria meets the young director of the remake of her film. She knows it's his first movie, having only made plays before, and he must be nervous. She infers that stage acting and theatrical acting are very different, and thus should hire her over his favorite, but inexperienced, stage actress. It's a long and fantastic speech about Hollywood acting, which I will not be replicating here. And the scene ends in another room with Gloria giving her famous, "There's acting, and then there's acting," statement. Interesting dialogue of the episode is during the briefing on the case. The Angels notice the link in the frightening visions Gloria has. Sabrina speculates, "Charlie, you don't suppose she's flashing back on her old films, do you?" And Charlie responds, "Yes, that's a possibility. It's also possible that someone wants us to reach that conclusion." And Kelly says, "You mean someone's doing a gaslight number on her?" It's really weird to hear someone from a 1970s show say that, since it's become such a common term in the 2020s. It's really easy to forget that the manipulation term gaslighting has been around since the 1930s. Interesting goof. In the scene where Gloria is smashing the window of her trailer, you can see the hand mirror she uses is cracked. This was probably damaged from an earlier take, and production thought viewers wouldn't notice. Interesting fashion choice of the episode goes to Kelly. She's undercover as an extra in the film playing a waitress, but she seems to be wearing only the top half. Even Jill comments on it. To me, it looks like a sexy Santa's elf costume and totally out of place in the film's New York cafe she and the other waitresses wear it in. The episode starts off with a cheesy, dark and stormy night at a frightened woman's old mansion. Charlie is both friend and fan to Gloria Gibson, so no fee is suggested. All of the spooky images she witnesses so far have all been from her old movies, suggesting it's all in her mind. When the Angels arrive at her mansion, they find it empty. All the furniture and artwork, save one piece, sold off to pay the debts of her deceased husband. The last piece is a giant reproduction Italian fresco built into the wall and not so easily removed. Jackson, Smith, and Fawcett all do a great job of acting like they're walking on eggshells when talking to their client, who is not only broke, but pining for the good old days of Hollywood and possibly going senile. The Angels never catch any of the weird things going on at the mansion, so they can't think of a motive and focus their attention on the film set. There, everything comes to light. 2 of the principal villains out themselves during another attempt to frighten Gloria, lighting her trailer on fire, then rescuing her before things get deadly. The prop master is too nervous for the Angels to ignore. The only real attempt on anyone's life comes when the art director can't take Jill's snooping around anymore and tries to drop a stage light on her, which results on him missing, thanks to Sabrina watching the whole unstealthy thing, and then he just falls from the rafters and dies. What a klutz. Again, the prop master has no chill and scampers away from this, calling even more attention to him. During Gloria's recovery from smoke inhalation, an old photo taken during the time Gloria's actor husband and crew were filming in Italy piques Sabrina's interest. In the photo, she spots all the suspicious people and puts not only the faces, but the time and location puzzle pieces together. Once she looks at the reproduction Italian fresco again and says, "By George, I've got it," we, the viewers, have got what the motive is too. The wild card in all of this is that her agent is in on the scam. subtly trying to get his widowed client into debt and kindly taking the mansion and its sole art piece as a loan. If you're wondering how any of the frightening pranks were done without leaving evidence, they don't get into it. It's reasonable to say that it was done by the movie prop master and art director who know not only how to do that, but have already done them for Gloria's previous movies. Her agent also lets himself in, so clearly he can help sneak other people in and out. At the end, Gloria not only gets the part, but her talk with the young director pays off and they later become friends. I suppose this means she'll get future parts and a steady income stream, as I kinda doubt a small role in a single film is enough to maintain a mansion, much less refurnish one. No mention of what happens to the fresco. I guess its legality isn't in question. There's some kind of statute of limitations or possession law at work here. And speaking of law, that's the lame reason why Ross, Galbraith, and Barkley don't just kill Gloria or steal it. They had to make her willingly sell the mansion to them, so they had a clear title on reselling the fresco. Her death would lead to estate probate, with the local court taking possession of the mansion. Stealing it results in the same thing if your only client for an authentic Italian fresco is a major museum or the Italian government, who'd probably want to know what its provenance is. This one's got all kinds of genres mixed together, and somehow it works. This is one of my favorite episodes of Season 1, which hangs out with Hellride, Lady Killer, Angels on Wheels, and The Big Tap Out. Is it flawed? Massively. But is it everything I want in a Charlie's Angels episode? Affirmative. It lacks Bosley in action, but at least he's not written like an idiot here. No murder, the bad guy dies by accident, a prominent 70s funky soundtrack, and Charlie teasing the Angels with an appearance at a viewing they're all attending. IMDb gave this episode a 7.3 out of 10, and I'm going to give this highly rewatchable and quotable episode an 8.5. Good morning, Charlie.